Welcome back. Now, as we have heard earlier, gut health can be tricky when your microbiome is out of whack. Now, it can cause all sorts of problems from poor digestion to lack of sleep. Now, this scrumptious high-protein butter chicken pasta is just what you need. It is packed with gut-healthy ingredients and it is ready in a jiffy.
Please tell us why this specific recipe is great for our gut.
Okay, so firstly, it's delicious as in place when it's done. But the ingredients have a lot of benefits for your gut. So as we go through the recipe, we'll discuss the different ingredients as well.
Yeah.
So firstly, we start by marinating the chicken.
Okay.
So when we are marinating the chicken, we use the spices to add some flavor, but the spices also have a lot of benefits for the gut in that they are anti-inflammatory and they fight oxidative stress. So for example, here we have some turmeric, we have some chili flakes, and then we've got some smoked paprika over here. So remember, the spices all add a lot of flavor. And when you're marinating a chicken, you want to make sure that it's nice and flavorsome. We also add some yogurt. The yogurt contains probiotics, so it is a probiotic-rich food which feeds that good gut bacteria. So it's an excellent replacement for fresh cream, which we would normally use. And obviously fresh cream is a saturated fat, so as a dietitian, it is not our best friend. We also add some lemon juice for flavor. If someone does have a bit of reflux or sensitivity, they can eliminate the lemon juice as well. To add extra flavor, we can also add in some crushed garlic. So the garlic is a prebiotic, which means that it actually feeds the gut bacteria. So the probiotic you're putting in the live bacteria, whereas the prebiotic, the garlic, would actually feed that bacteria, and it adds obviously a delicious flavor. If someone does, however, have a very sensitive gut, the garlic might be a trigger. So in that sense, then we could swap it out and use garlic-infused olive oil instead, because that's much lighter on the digestive system.
Okay, that's
Beautiful. So, Domi, in your bowl, you are marinating the chicken, making sure that it's full of flavor, absolutely succulent. And is this normally the base of a butter chicken?
It definitely would be. In most cases, like Sabia has mentioned, we would be using things like cream and stuff. But in this instance, we'll be using the yogurt as the base. But ideally, as we would, even when we're doing butter chicken with any other ingredient, we would still want to marinate it for a bit, right?
Yes, definitely.
So in this instance, let's just say you've marinated your chicken for about, let's say, 2 hours minimum. Some people even like to do it overnight. But once it's been marinated, then it's time for us to start cooking it. So I'm just going to do the cooking. But Sabia today is literally the brains behind the process to show us all the flavor components and how everything
that is happening
works together.
So I'm going to ask you to come join me on my side of the kitchen counter. So you've already mentioned that we're actually pairing this with pasta. But if we were to put the sauce together before we get to the pasta, what will we need?
So with the sauce, firstly we start with the onions, which is also a prebiotic, so like the garlic, feeding that good gut bacteria. But onion obviously can also be a trigger for some people. So you could swap that out for spring onion, the green parts of the spring onion. So you could actually chop that up and use that instead of the onion. And then we would add in the spices, again, to add flavor, but also to add in those anti-inflammatory, antioxidant properties. We add in some tomato, which is also a non-starchy veg. So adding lots of nutrition into the meal. And again, remember, all your non-starchy veg have lots of fiber, which feeds that gut.
So I'm just going to let the sauce go into the mixture over here and let it cook down. Palisa, I think you might want to give that a taste because it
smells amazing. I'll actually give all of the honors to our guests. Would you like some? Can I go in?
My recipe. So
Okay. Good point. Okay, let me have some. As I said, that for me, the pasta is what's different. So let me start with that.
So I just want to mention, we've mentioned that this is a high-protein dish that's good for your gut. So any other type of protein would still work, right? Like your beef, perhaps the lentils and stuff like that.
Definitely. You could even use chickpeas. Any type of protein would be fine.
Quite a forgiving recipe.
And you are getting the protein from the chicken, but also the yogurt.
What I think, 10 out of 10. 10 out of 10. You know, I'm a girl from Durban. So butter chickens, the curries, I'm so familiar with. And this is definitely something that I can try at home. It's quick, it's easy, it's tasty, and it's gut-friendly. So if you want to get your hands on this recipe, simply head over to afternoonexpress.co.za. A dietitian told me to eat, so I'm going to eat.